Hey, good morning, my friends, and welcome here before daybreak. Actually, it is really early. It is still windy down here, and it is cold, but we're looking down the barrel of some really great weather. We've had some good recent halibut fishing here locally in Southern California and up in the San Francisco Bay, which I just can't ignore. It's been so good up there. The bluefin tuna bite. Well, what happened? It's just off the bite right now. We've got a little bit of albacore news, and of course we've got some important dates. April the 13th, we'll be at the Redondo Rod and Gun Club, and April the 15th, we'll be at Santa Ana River Lakes. We've sent thousands of pieces of clothing down to Mexico. We need your help to pay for the shipping. We're way behind on that. That's my fault. So if you can help, please stay tuned at the end of this report, as you'll see exactly what we've sent down. Thanks to 22nd Street Landing, thanks to Gallagher Staging, thanks to Diego Nuno down there or on the Royal Star, I should say. Thanks to Phil Capricio. Thanks to all of you who donated. But we are way behind, so if you could stay tuned, you'll see some of that. You know what time it is. I hope it's not too windy. I got my wind to the back. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh my God, this camera is going to blow over this morning. I came out here last night and told you all, man, the wind is laid down. It's going to be a gorgeous morning briefing. Yeah, my prediction wasn't all that great. I'm holding true to form. My predictions, no question about that. Richard Cairo was out recently on board the Shogun, and he said the people on board and the crew, everything couldn't have been any better. But the bluefin tuna just were not in the mood to cooperate. They ran down there to that area that's below Colonnade, 150 miles below San Martin Island in some cases, and gave it their best. They ended up with 2 bluefin tuna, which is about par for the course right now. It's been very difficult fishing for sure on bluefin tuna. We're hoping that's going to kick back into gear. I have no doubt that it will. We're on a full moon right now, and some people seem to think that bluefin tuna and other species like to bite on the full moon, white sea bass, blue marlin. So hopefully we're going to see that rebound. Of course, this inclement weather and all this wind is not helping here in the short term, but as I said, we're looking down the barrel of some really nice weather. Richard did say they went into Colonnade and caught copious amounts of beautiful rockfish, including several big lings. So that is great news. Ling cod, man, they're fun to catch. They fight hard and they're so great to eat. So that was good to see. But in terms of our bluefin tuna bite, it's off, and our yellowtail bite down there at Colonnade has been non-existent after some magnificent fishing right after St. Patrick's Day. For the Liberty, he had limits of yellowtail down there on the yo-yo iron, dropping a jig deep, winding on it fast, turning the handle to set the hook. And in addition to that, we had the Polaris Supreme go in there for some big scores. Hopefully that's going to kick back into gear here very, very soon. Man, it's breezy down here and cold this morning. Can't wait for that 75-degree weather we've got for Easter Sunday. That's going to be beautiful. Thinking of Easter Sunday, and actually a little bit before it, April 6th, there'll be a Grunion run here along the beach. It will go until Easter Sunday, so that's a great time to get the kids out for observation only. Can't lay your grimy hands on those little things, but once again, all that bait on the beach means good surf fishing. I was actually going to surf fish this morning. It's starting to look like you could pull that off. It's not too bad, but we'll have to see as we go along. Let me mention a few dates to you and then get back to the fishing. April the 13th, we'll be at the Redondo Rod and Gun Club. You're going to want to take part in that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Bill Wilkerson will be there doing a presentation on the horizon, and our own Danny Cadota is going to put on a live show. And so that is going to be fantastic, no question about that. And once again, I want to thank you all. We are knocking on the door of 2 million views, all thanks to you. And we'll have a Patreon celebration for all of you. Man, we're going to have some fun. We'll have free gifts for all our Patreon members. If you're not a Patreon member, do it now. There's a QR code. Scan it. For as little as $5 a month, you can help us produce more and more content. All right, Coronado Islands. See what I mean, man? Everything's blowing around here. Coronado Islands, not much. I mean, a few yellows, seeing some fish there, but really good rock fishing. that bite you might think might really kick into gear here on this weekend when we get back to some really nice weather. You know, those guys on the San Diego and the other boats that are down there have been doing really well. Mission Bell is trying to run out of Point Loma sport fishing with my good friend, Captain Sean Hardigan. Mission Bell out of Point Loma sport fishing. You could make an Easter Sunday weekend trip with those guys and have a lot of fun. Bring that yo-yo iron. You're going to need that and some heavy torpedo sinkers for rock fishing and for fishing the dropper loop on the yellowtail. Hopefully that's going to kick back into gear. We've talked about market squid all year long with you and how much of it has been at our islands, at the Catalina Island area, Clemente, Santa Barbara Island, all throughout the Channel Islands along the coast here. In Huntington Beach, we've seen a lot of that squid around, and it's starting to pay off. The Pride went 2 for 4 on the white sea bass. That is not bad for this time of the year. They saw good evidence of fish out of 22nd Street Landing, and they had several nice halibut. So that is great news. I'm ready to jump on that camera. It's going to blow over. So some really good signal there, and they're going again Wednesday night. And of course, they'll have several trips, and those guys on the Pride fish hard. They fish really, really hard. And I've no doubt if there's a sea bass or a halibut to be caught, they're going to find it. They'll load you up with some rockfish also. So good to see that. Hopefully that is going to continue. Of course, we're in rockfish mode here in Southern California as rockfish season has opened up again. And that only means that there is going to be copious amounts of beautiful rockfish here after we get through this wind and this weather, because man, I'm hoping it's not going to be the same kind of a year it was like last year when we just battled the wind into the spring and summer. It was very, very windy. Hopefully we're getting this out of our system here early this year. Hey, I mentioned a tremendous bite up there in San Francisco out of Pacific Angler Sport Fishing, as you see them unloading some nice halibut. They had 6 guys out there. They had their 3 fish limits on these beautiful great halibut fishing there up around the San Francisco Bay area. And I just had to mention those guys because you can see the anglers on board with those big smiles and some absolutely great fish. So that is great news, and hopefully that will continue as we go along. Hey, I got to mention a guy. I just saw him on Facebook, and I got to tell you that Alan Clowers has his grandkids out, and he's teaching them the fine art of bass fishing. Alan, way to go, man. We need more of that in today's society, in today's world. We really do. Kids need to be outdoors. Kids need to be experiencing the Eastern Pacific, our lakes, our rivers. The great outdoors is so important to a kid's soul. And Alan, we salute you for the great work you're doing with your grandkids, changing lives, making the world a better place. Man, I'll tell you, kids should not be on TikTok. Kids really shouldn't even have a phone until they're about 18. There's too much that they can get into. Besides, of course, Friedman Adventures, then it's okay. Just kidding. The great outdoors is where you want to have the kids. So that, again, is a great thing. All right, my friends, we're going to continue to watch this for you very, very closely. Once again, April the 13th, over there at the Redondo Rod and Gun Club. Got a great raffle. It's almost time to draw the tickets. We'll draw them at Santa Ana River Lakes on April the 15th at 2 p.m. If you want to get a ticket and win a Penn Fathom reel, it's gorgeous. If you want to have lunch with us at Santa Ana River Lakes, if you want to win one of these beautiful custom trout rods, give Chuck a call or text him right now. You can buy the raffle tickets right here online, and then Chuck will photograph them and send you a photo, and you do not have to be present to win that raffle. All right, coming up next, all of the stuff that we've sent to Mexico. We have a GoFundMe page. You can contact me directly if you'd like to make a donation. We really, really could use your help. We're way behind, and it would be nice to catch up. Grunion Run on April the 6th. Man, I'm going to get out of here. It's freezing out here this morning, and the sun is just starting to peek out right now. Hopefully we'll get back to that bluefin tuna fishing very, very soon, and hopefully we'll get back to some really good rock fishing. Guys that went out for the Rockfish opener did okay, but they had to battle wind and some bumpy seas. We're hoping that will calm down shortly. All right, windy, cold, miserable. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous morning. What am I talking about? Blessed to be here and blessed to have your support 2 million views knocking on the door of that. Can't thank you enough. Take care, my friends. Have a great morning, and I hope to see you really, really soon. Oh, live show tonight. We'll see you on Friedman Adventures live tonight at 6 p.m. Don't miss it. Take care, my friends. Hey everybody, this is Phil Friedman from Friedman Adventures, and you are looking at all of the goods that we are shipping across the border destined for the island of Cedros, where many of you have fished before and had such wonderful experiences. The people there experienced a hurricane last year, and they need our help. That's why we're sending thousands of pieces of clothing, wheelchairs, crutches, books, soccer uniforms, sporting equipment, and so much more. And of course, we're sending it with a whole lot of love. I mean, guys in the fishing industry on this side of the border in the United States have come together at 22nd Street Landing. Diego Nuno, who is a deckhand on the Royal Star, he's receiving all of this in Ensenada, and then Diego and I are going to move it down to the island. So many people have helped out, including all of you who have donated clothing and other goods, as well as participated in our GoFundMe fundraiser. We do need your help. This is going to cost over $4,000 just to move it into Mexico. That doesn't count running around for an entire year, picking the stuff up, storing it, separating it into men, women, and children. We've been doing that for an entire year and storing it at Gallagher Staging, thanks to Joe Gallagher. So many people have come together. So if you could go to our GoFundMe page and make a donation, it would be sincerely appreciated. Thanks again, everybody. This is our way of thanking the wonderful people of Mexico for allowing us to fish and have so much fun on the other side of the border. Fishermen coming together in the United States and reaching their hand across the border to help. It's a beautiful thing, and I thank you all so very much for making it possible.